Welcome to the kitchen and check out this giant potato smiley face cake. I've just made it for Poppy Cook's book launch. Here's how to make it. Time to construct my potato smiley spongy base. So I've got two 12-inch round sponge layers. This is just my basic vanilla cake recipe. And I'm going to cut out the smile and the eyes. I'm just going to use a small knife and just kind of roughly mark out where I think I want my smile to be. What do you think potato smiley face is saying, Dan? Eat me! Roughly marking up before I kind of go all the way through. Yes. And then the eyes, so I've got the round cutter. So kind of about there. Cut through both the sponges. Kind of need to make this smile a bit bigger than it is because it will get iced over. And then in with the round, so I'm going to try and go all the way through so I can kind of like make an indentation on the one below. Hopefully I've managed to do that. Oh, look at that, perfect little sponge. I'd love to make a miniature cake with that. Used to make thousands of these, cutting out like that, and they'd be used to make mini wedding cake favours, mini cakes for Fortnums. Perfectly iced miniature cakes. Obviously the sponge is very, very soft because it's my ultimate vanilla sponge, so handle it carefully. I'll just pop out my smile. This is going to break a bit, but that's okay. There we go. Oh, it's looking good already. Hello. You can see here where it's kind of marked through. So just go through on that second sponge. It's really satisfying doing this. Do you want to have a go? So get this bit out. I think I'm still going to stick with jam and buttercream because for me it's symbolising ketchup and mayonnaise within the smile. So I'm just going to turn this over. It might break, but no. Right, okay, so jam on layer one. If you've got potato smile, what do you dip your potato smile in? Well, I like ketchup and mayonnaise, so mine's having jam and buttercream. I didn't start eating mayonnaise till I was 19. I remember the moment that I allowed it. And ever since then, I've not looked back. Bit of vanilla buttercream all around the outside. It's going to be really hard to move this cake. So that's the thing. I've never made a giant potato smiley face before in my life. You're all seeing this in real time, so you're seeing me learn as I go. I wonder how many of you are going to now you've seen this, make a potato smiley cake. So I hope loads of you will. Sorry, I'm going to be waffling in this video. Dan's going to hate it. When you're doing celebration cakes, for anything, there's so much you can do. And you always start off by looking on the internet and think, has anyone else done this before? Let's have a look. How have they done it? What does it look like? I looked up and I decided what to do for Poppy on the internet for a potato smiley face cake, and I did not find one anywhere.
Are you saying this is the world's best?
I'm probably going to be proved wrong now. That's nice and filled. Now, wish me luck while I get this back onto my cake, shall we? Bosh. Oh, I didn't break. Already looking pretty good if you ask me. So now, hold that thought. Do you know what I'm going to go and get? Coming back now, Dan, you excited? I mean, for research purposes, I had to make some potato smiley faces. It wasn't because we wanted to eat them, was it, Dan? They've got rounded edges, so they're not just completely square. So now I need to just kind of sculpt off the edge of the cake. Just kind of going to go at a sort of 45-degree angle. And so already it's kind of looking a bit more, do you see what I mean? Inside I've got lots of splatted out icing that's squodged out, so I'm just spreading that up against the sponge, and I'm going to completely cover this in buttercream. Right, okay. It's going to be really hard to decorate this. Wish I had a cake crumb hoover. Right, spread over with a thin layer of buttercream to cover the entire cake. Oh, yeah, it's very nice and squishy, this sponge. I also need to get in the cracks with this. I am concerned about once I've iced it, then lifting it onto the cake board, but I've just got to be confident and just go for it. It's actually really fun doing this. Right, that's looking good, I think. I can't be too precious with this. I've got the whole thing covered in buttercream, and now I'm just going to put it in the freezer for about 5 minutes before I ice it, just so it can firm up. I've got my chill cake, I've got my potato smiley icing, and some jam so it can stick. Brush all over the cake. Always do your cake sticky prep before you roll out your sugar paste. I need to make a massive circle that's going to go over this. You don't want it to be too small. So I'm just going to, using my rolling pin, I've measured the size I need to get my icing, okay? So it needs to be about that circle, but when I put it on, to cover the entire cake. Before it gets too thin, a bit of icing sugar. So you can see it's fairly thick still, but I'm kind of wanting to keep it decent size because it's such a big piece of icing. I've got to give it the respect it deserves. Wish me luck, okay? Can I do this?
Good luck, everyone.
So roll it onto there. There we go. Gonna get a little bit extra. Over it goes. Right, now. Oh, it's actually really satisfying. Really enjoying myself, can you tell? I'm in my element now. See how, it's just so satisfying, Dan. I wish you could be doing this, look. Like you can just feel your way into the hole. It's just brilliant actually. I'm actually quite impressed with how far I've managed to push that. I'm impressing myself all day long today. Could even just encourage it with a small rolling pin, which I'll be definitely doing with the eyes. Oh, pop. So I'm basically now just going to use my palette knife just to kind of break this smile. If you'd bear with me one moment, Dan, I'm just going to wash my hands and I'm going to show you inside my cavity. Have a look inside here. Quite a lot of sponge and buttercream appearing here, so now I'm just going to patch it with some of the offcuts, just so we don't have any splatty buttercream. It's kind of time to do a bit of a sugar pasty jigsaw puzzle. Before I put it on this board, I'm going to tuck these bits underneath, just so it looks more like a sort of whole smile. So here is my base board. Use something to kind of lift it on because it's kind of wibbly, let me say. Right.
Good luck.
Oh, God. Okay. Go, Bosh. Now it's time to add the texture of the potato cake. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a bit of roughness to the surface. I just felt very drawn towards a digestive biscuit, crumbling it up a bit and sort of just rubbing it on the surface. Now I'm going to use my airbrush machine just to give a kind of browny, sort of golden colour to it. It's always a good idea to test out how it comes out on a bit of paper or something before you do it on your cake. So turn it on. Let's go for it. It's hard to know just when to step away from the bit of lustre dust colour, just to add some hand finish spots of texture. My final little bit of touching I'm going to do is using my heat gun, which is just going to be a really, really strong heat, and just start to kind of crystallise and bubble up the icing where I want it to. And it's going to be smelling all lovely candy floss. And also you can see as I've done that, it's kind of gone a bit shiny where the sugar's starting to caramelise, so it's kind of giving it its deep fried effect. It's like going to the fairground, isn't it? You can smell all those donut stands or the candy floss. I reckon that's it. Potato smiley cake, perfectly charred, all ready for the party.